The coffee's hot now and ready to be poured. Fire's humming, and somewhere out past the dark, there's a jukebox still playing a song that never got radio's approval. That's where Texas outlaw country lives, between the rules and the reasons they were broken. Back in the late 60s and early 70s, Nashville had country music starched stiff. Shiny suits, sweet strings, songs polished so clean you couldn't tell who lived in them. Good music, sure. But it didn't sound like the men and women who were singing it. Texas noticed. Austin noticed first. Little college towns sitting crooked between cow pastures and rebellion. Long-haired hippies drinking Lone Star alongside ranch hands with calloused palms. That mix lit a fuse. Places like the Armadillo World Headquarters became holy ground, and an animal that Gary P. Nunn made famous. The smoke was thick and the bands were loud, and nobody telling you what you couldn't play. Willie Nelson came home about then. Tired of Nashville telling him how to sound, how to dress, how to write. They cut his hair short. He let it grow. Play it safe. He played it honest. Red-headed Stranger didn't just break rules. It ignored them. Sparse, raw. Story first. And when Texas wrapped its arms around Willie, outlaw country had a leader, whether it meant to or not. Waylon Jennings was riding shotgun on that rebellion. Hard voice, hard life, songs that didn't apologize. When he teamed up with Willie, the movement got muscle. They weren't rebels for show. They were survivors refusing to be sanded smooth. Johnny Paycheck took it darker. Lived the songs he sang. When he told you to take a job and shove it, you believed him. David Allan Coe leaned into the rough edges even harder and pushed some lines, crossed some, and made folks uncomfortable on purpose. And that was the point. Merle Haggard, though California-born, fit right in. His songs carried working man truths, lost chances and pride bruised but not broken. Texas claimed him because Texas recognized itself in those words. Johnny Rodriguez brought something else, a Texas-Mexican voice that widened the sound without watering it down. Proof outlaw country wasn't a look, it was honesty. Chris Christopherson wrote like a poet that knew too much. Jesse Coulter stood shoulder to shoulder with the men, not behind them, singing with grit and grace. Jerry Jeff Walker blurred the line between folk and country, brought stories to life, and helped turn Austin into a songwriter's promised land, and sitting around all that smoke and sound where the next one's watching and learning. Steve Earle soaked it in, truth over polish, meaning over market. He carried that outlaw spirit straight into the future. Outlaw country wasn't about breaking laws. It was about breaking lies, about taking control back from corporations and singing like your life depended on it, because sometimes it did. That spirit didn't die. It traveled north and west into red dirt country. Bands like Cross Canadian Ragweed and The Great Divide picked up the torch. Same honesty, same independence, same refusal to sand down the edges. Different generation, same fire. They didn't ask Nashville for permission either. That's the legacy of Texas outlaw country. It gave music back its spine, proved you could sound like where you came from and still be heard. Sure that sometimes the long way round is the only way worth walking. Fire's burning low now. Coffee's near gone. Somewhere a guitar's leaning against a wall, strings still humming from the last song played. Too loud and too true, and really the way it should be. This has been Lone Star Stories, where the music's as wild as the land that raised it. Come on back next time, pull up a bedroll and take a seat, and listen close, 'cause there's always another tall Texas tale to be told under the Lone Star.